I'm standing on a rooftop in downtown, surrounded by string lights that twinkle like stars, and I can't stop smiling. This is my engagement party. My fiancé Daniel is beside me, his arm around my waist, and everyone keeps telling us how perfect we look together. To Maya and Daniel, my best friend Jess raises her champagne glass, the most beautiful couple I know. Everyone cheers. I take a sip and catch Daniel's eye. He smiles at me with those kind eyes that made me fall for him 2 years ago. He's an architect, steady hands, steady heart. Everything about him is reliable. You happy? He whispers in my ear. So happy, I say, and I mean it. Mostly, my parents are here too. My mother Margaret keeps introducing me to relatives as my daughter, the marketing manager, with so much pride in her voice. My father Robert just smiles quietly, the way he always does, but I can see he's happy. Maya, come here. Jess pulls me aside to the edge of the rooftop. I finalize the Bachelorette trip details. Miami, 5 days, just us girls. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I tell her, and something in my chest loosens. Freedom just for a few days. You deserve it, Jess says, before you become Mrs. Park and all that. Mrs. Park, the name feels heavy on my tongue. Later that night, Daniel and I are cleaning up empty glasses. Your mom really went all out, he says. She loves you. I tell him, everyone loves you. Even you, he teases. Especially me. But as I say it, I feel something strange, like I'm reading lines from a script. Like the wild, spontaneous version of myself is locked away somewhere, and I don't know how to find her anymore. You okay? Daniel asks. You seem distant, just tired. I lie, long week at work. He kisses my forehead. Only 3 more months until the wedding. Then we can finally start our real life together. 3 more months. I smile and nod, but inside, something whispers, is this really what you want? I push the thought away. Everyone gets cold feet, right? This is normal. This is just nerves. The next morning, I wake up to a text from Jess. Miami itinerary ready. 5 days of sun, beach, and freedom. You ready? I stare at my phone. Freedom. That word again. Ready. I type back, and I am, more than I should be. The Miami heat hits me the second we step off the plane, and I feel like I can breathe again. This is going to be legendary. Jess throws her arms up as we pile into the Uber. There are 6 of us. Me, Jess, and 4 other friends from college. Everyone's laughing, taking selfies, already planning which clubs to hit. The first 2 days are perfect. Beach during the day, drinks at sunset, dancing at night. I feel light. Free, like Maya, before the engagement ring, before the wedding planning, before I became someone's future wife. On night 3, we hit a club near the beach. The music is so loud I can feel it in my chest. I'm on my 3rd mojito when I see him. He's behind the bar. Tall, dark hair, tattoos running down his left arm. A guitar case leans against the wall behind him. He catches me staring and grins. What can I get you? He asks when I walk up. Something strong. I say, I'm celebrating. Yeah, what's the occasion? I hesitate. Bachelorette party. His eyebrows lift. Congratulations, lucky guy. Lucky me. I correct him, but it sounds wrong. I'm Lucas, he says, sliding a drink across the bar. This one's on me for the bride-to-be, Maya. We talk between his drink orders. He tells me he's a musician, that bartending pays the bills while he chases the dream. He's everything Daniel isn't: unpredictable, artistic, living on the edge of chaos. You seem sad for someone at her own bachelorette party, Lucas says after a while. I'm not sad. You sure about that? I take a long drink. I'm getting married in 3 months. I should be happy. Should be, he repeats. But are you? I don't answer. Breaks in 10 minutes, Lucas says. Want to get some air? I should say no. I should go back to Jess and the girls, but instead I nod. 10 minutes later, we're walking on the beach. The ocean is black under the night sky, waves crashing in the darkness. So why are you really here? Lucas asks. What do you mean? Running away from something. I can tell. I'm not running, I say, but my voice cracks. I don't know, scared maybe. Of what? Of disappearing, of becoming someone's wife and losing myself completely. Lucas stops walking. Then why are you doing it? Because it's what you're supposed to do. Find someone good, settle down, build a life. That's what you're supposed to do, he asks. Or what everyone else wants you to do. I look at him, and something inside me breaks. I don't know anymore. He steps closer. When's the last time you did something just because you wanted to? I can't remember. Then remember now, he says softly, and then he kisses me. I should push him away. I should run, but I don't. I kiss him back, hard and desperate, like I'm drowning in his air. His hands are in my hair, and I forget everything. Daniel, the wedding, who I'm supposed to be. We end up back at his apartment. I don't let myself think. I just feel. Afterward, lying in his bed, reality crashes down on me. I have to go. I whisper. You okay? Lucas asks. I'm fine. This was a mistake. Did it feel like a mistake? No, I want to say. It felt like the first real thing I've done in months. But instead, I grab my dress and leave. It's 4 a.m. when I sneak back into the hotel room. Jess is awake, sitting on her bed with her arms crossed. Maya, what did you do? She whispers. I can't answer. I just stand there, dress wrinkled, makeup smeared, and start to cry. Daniel is waiting at the airport with flowers. White roses, my favorite. I missed you, he says, pulling me into a hug. I hug him back, but all I can think about is Lucas's apartment, the smell of his cologne, the way he looked at me. How was the trip? Daniel asks as we drive home. Amazing. I lie. Just what I needed. Good. I'm glad you got to relax. He reaches over and squeezes my hand. Because things are about to get crazy. The wedding's in 3 months, and there's still so much to do. My stomach twists. Right, the wedding. Sarah finished the seating chart. He continues. Marcus is almost done with his best man speech, and my grandmother's flight from Seoul is booked. She's so excited to finally meet your extended family. Every word feels like a weight pressing down on my chest. That night, Daniel makes dinner, his famous pasta that he knows I love. We eat on the couch watching a movie, and everything should feel normal, but I can't focus. All I see is Lucas. You seem quiet, Daniel says, pausing the movie. Everything okay? Yeah, just tired from the trip. You sure? You've been distant since you got back. It's just wedding stress, I say quickly. You know how it is. He nods, accepting the lie. I know planning has been intense, but it'll all be worth it. 3 months from now, you'll be my wife. I force a smile. I can't wait, but inside I'm screaming. The next day, Jess calls. Maya, we need to talk. About what? About Miami, about what you did. I don't want to talk about it. Are you going to tell Daniel? She asks. No. Maya, what he doesn't know won't hurt him. I snap. It was one mistake. One night, it's over. You don't think he deserves to know. I think. I say slowly that telling him would destroy him for no reason. I'm never going to see Lucas again. It meant nothing. If it meant nothing, Jess says quietly, then why do you sound so guilty? I hang up. The guilt follows me everywhere. I throw myself into work, into wedding planning, into anything that keeps me busy. But at night, when it's quiet, I can't escape it. 2 weeks go by. I'm starting to think maybe I can live with this. Maybe I can bury it deep enough that it'll never surface. Then, one night, my phone buzzes. Unknown number. Can't stop thinking about you. The text reads, it's Lucas. My hands start shaking. I delete the message immediately, but it's too late. The past I tried to bury is clawing its way back. I'm making coffee when Daniel comes home from work. He's quiet, too quiet. Hey, I say, how was your day? He doesn't answer, just sets his bag down and pulls out his phone. Daniel, I got a message today, he says, his voice flat, from someone calling themselves Miami Nights Insider. My blood turns to ice. They sent me a video, he continues. Want to see it? Daniel, He holds up the phone, presses play. It's me and Lucas on the beach, kissing, his hands in my hair, my hands on his chest. 15 seconds that destroy everything. I can't breathe. Daniel, please, is this real? He asks, still not looking at me. I can explain. Is this real? Yes, I whisper. But it was a mistake. I was drunk. It didn't mean anything. You cheated on me. His voice is so quiet it's terrifying. 2 weeks before our wedding, please let me explain. What's there to explain, Maya? He finally looks at me and his eyes are dead. You fucked someone else. What explanation makes that okay? I was scared. I say, tears streaming down my face. I was scared of losing myself, of getting married, and I made a stupid, horrible mistake. Don't touch me, he says when I reach for him. Don't you dare touch me. Daniel, please. We can fix this. We can go to therapy. We can fix this. He laughs, bitter and broken. There's nothing to fix. You destroyed us. It was one time, one mistake. People make mistakes. Not like this, he says. Not 2 weeks before they promise to love someone forever. I'm sobbing now. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. The wedding's off, he says, his voice cold. I'm returning the gifts, canceling the venue, and I'm telling your parents. My heart stops. What? No. Daniel, please don't tell them. Everyone needs to know who you really are, he says. What you did, please, I beg. You can leave me. You can hate me, but don't tell my parents. It'll destroy them. You should have thought about that, Daniel says, before you cheated. He walks to the bedroom and starts packing a bag. Where are you going? I ask, following him. Marcus's place. I can't be here. Daniel, please. He stops at the door, his bag over his shoulder. I loved you, Maya. I would have done anything for you. And you threw it away for what? One night with some random guy. It wasn't like that. Then what was it like? He demands. Explain it to me. Make me understand how you could do this. I open my mouth, but no words come out. Because there is no explanation that makes this okay. That's what I thought. Daniel says, and then he's gone. I collapse on the floor and scream. Daniel calls my parents the next morning, asks if he can come over. I beg him not to do this. Please, Daniel, I'll do anything. Just don't tell them. You lost the right to ask me for anything, he says and hangs up. 2 hours later, I'm sitting in my parents' living room. Daniel is across from me. My mother Margaret and father Robert are on the couch, confused. What's this about? My mother asks. Daniel said it was urgent. Daniel doesn't say anything, just pulls out his phone and plays the video. My mother's face goes white. My father closes his eyes. The silence is unbearable. Then my mother erupts. Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter. She shouts in Mandarin. How could you do this? How could you shame us like this? Mom, Chinese letter, 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 she continues. We sacrificed everything for you, and this is how you repay us. I made a mistake. She's crying now. You destroyed your life, our family's reputation. What will people say? My father finally speaks, quieter but somehow worse. I thought we raised you better than this. I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't fix this, Maya, he says. Sorry doesn't undo what you've done. Daniel stands up. I'm calling off the wedding. I've already started returning gifts and canceling vendors. I thought you deserved to know why. Wait, my mother says. Maybe we can fix this. Maybe if Meyer apologizes, there's nothing to fix, Mrs. Chen, Daniel says firmly. I can't marry someone I don't trust, but everyone makes mistakes. I say desperately, it was one time, one stupid night. My father shakes his head. Not like this, Maya, not like this. Daniel walks to the door. I'm sorry it ended this way. You've always been kind to me. Daniel, wait. I follow him. Please, I love you. I know I messed up, but I love you. He turns around, and for a moment, his mask cracks. I see the pain underneath. You don't love me, Maya, he says softly, because if you did, you never could have done this. Then he's gone. I turn back to my parents. My mother won't look at me. My father just sits there, silent. Mom, Dad, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter, Chinese letter. My mother says, I don't want to look at you. Get out. Mom, get out. She screams. I run upstairs to my childhood bedroom and lock the door. I can hear my mother crying downstairs, hear my father's low voice trying to comfort her. I've lost everything. My fiancé, my parents' respect, my future, and it's all my fault. The news spreads fast. By the next day, everyone knows. Daniel's sister Sarah posts something on Instagram. Some people don't deserve second chances. You know who you are. Within hours, my phone is blowing up. Friends asking what happened. Cousins wanting details. Wedding guests confused about the cancellation. I stop answering. At work, I can feel people staring. I walk into the bathroom and hear Amanda, my coworker, talking. I heard she cheated at her bachelorette party. Can you imagine? 2 weeks before the wedding. I always thought she was too good to be true. Someone else says. I stay in the stall until they leave. My boss calls me into her office on Wednesday. Maya, is everything all right? Your performance has been. Concerning lately. I'm fine. I lie. Several team members have expressed worry. And you've missed 2 client meetings this week. I know. I'm sorry. I'm dealing with some personal issues. I understand. She says, but her voice is cold. But we need you focused. Consider this a warning. I nod and leave, my face burning. Jess is the only one who still talks to me, but even she's frustrated. I told you this would happen, she says when she comes over. Why didn't you just tell him yourself? I don't know. I whisper, I thought I could bury it. Well, you can't, and now everyone knows. I try texting Daniel. Blocked. I try calling. Straight to voicemail. I drive to his apartment one night, desperate. I knock for 10 minutes. He doesn't answer. Then Marcus, his best friend, opens the door. He's tall, intimidating, and right now, he looks like he wants to destroy me. You need to leave, he says. I just want to talk to him. You've done enough damage, Marcus says. He doesn't want to see you. He doesn't want to hear from you. So go. Please go now. I leave, tears blurring my vision. The worst part comes 3 days later. I'm at the grocery store when I see Daniel's grandmother. She flew in from Seoul for the wedding. She was so excited to meet our families, to see us get married. When she sees me, she stops. Our eyes meet. Then she turns and walks away. That's when I realize I'm not just losing Daniel. I'm losing everyone who loved us. Everyone who believed in us. I'm completely alone. I stop sleeping, stop eating. I lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks. My mother still isn't speaking to me. My father tries to mediate, but eventually gives up. She needs time, he tells me. We all do. I call in sick to work 3 days in a row. When I finally go back, I'm put on probation. One more incident, my boss warns, and we'll have to let you go. At night, I drink wine alone in my apartment. I scroll through old photos of Daniel and me, our engagement photos in Golden Gate Park, the trip to Japan where he proposed, the apartment viewings for the place we were supposed to move into together. I see on Facebook that he's selling our furniture. The couch we picked out together, the dining table we fought over because I wanted modern and he wanted traditional, and we compromised on something in between. Everything we built is disappearing. I try calling him one more time. To my shock, he answers. What do you want, Maya? His voice is exhausted. I'm sorry. I whisper. I'm so sorry. Silence, then, I know you are. Can we talk? Please, I need to explain. There's nothing to explain, he says. You made a choice. Now live with it. But I love you. If you loved me, he says quietly, you wouldn't have done it. That's what I keep coming back to. If you really loved me, Maya, you never could have hurt me like this. Please, I have to go. Take care of yourself. He hangs up. I break down completely. I'm on the bathroom floor when Jess arrives, having used her spare key. Maya, oh my God, I can't do this. I sob. I can't live with this. You have to. Jess says, holding me. You made a mistake. A huge, terrible mistake. But you can't fall apart like this. Everything's gone. I cry. Daniel, my parents, my job, everything. I know, she says softly, I know. We sit on the bathroom floor for hours. Eventually, I stop crying. I just feel empty. You need help, Maya. Jess says finally. Real help. This is bigger than me, bigger than you can handle alone. I look at myself in the mirror. My eyes are swollen. My hair is a mess. I look like a stranger. I don't even recognize myself anymore. I whisper. Then maybe, Jess says, it's time to figure out who you want to be. 3 months pass. I'm still standing, barely. I hear through a mutual friend that Daniel is dating someone. Claire. She's a teacher. Really sweet. The friend says. Wholesome, trustworthy. Each word is a knife. My mother finally agrees to meet me for coffee. She's polite but distant. You embarrassed us, she says. Do you understand that? At church, at the grocery store, everywhere I go, people ask about the wedding, and I have to tell them it's canceled, and they ask why, and I have to lie. I'm sorry, Mom. I know you are, but sorry doesn't change what happened. It'll take time. My father meets me for lunch the next week. He slips me an envelope of money, in case you need it. He says quietly. I start crying. Dad, I'm so sorry. I know. Chinese letter, Chinese letter. I know. It's the first time he's called me baby in months. I run into Sarah at a bookstore. She doesn't hide her contempt. He's happy now, she says. No thanks to you. I'm glad he's happy. I say, and I mean it, are you? Because you keep calling him. Marcus told me. I just wanted to apologize. You've apologized. He's moved on. You should too. She walks away and I stand there holding a book I'm not going to buy. I start therapy. My therapist is a woman in her 50s named Dr. Patel. Why do you think you cheated? She asks in our 3rd session. I don't know. That's not true. You do know. You're just afraid to say it. I stare at my hands. I was scared. Of commitment, of losing myself, of becoming just someone's wife and nothing else. And did cheating solve that fear? No, I admit, it made everything worse. Was it worth it? I think about Daniel, my parents, my job, my self-respect. No. I whisper, it wasn't worth it at all. 6 months after the wedding that never happened, I'm in my new apartment. Smaller, cheaper, but mine. I've stopped drinking, started volunteering at an animal shelter, started therapy twice a week instead of once. I write Daniel a letter, not to send, just to get the words out. Dear Daniel, I destroyed the best thing in my life. I don't expect forgiveness. I don't deserve it. I just want you to know that I understand what I lost. I understand what I threw away, and I'll spend the rest of my life wishing I could take it back, but I can't. So all I can do is try to be better, not for you, for myself, because that's all I have left. I'm sorry. I'll always be sorry. Maya, I fold the letter and put it in a drawer. I don't send it. 2 weeks later, I'm at a coffee shop. I look up from my laptop and freeze. Daniel is there with Claire. They're laughing. She says something, and he smiles that smile I used to see every morning. They look happy, really happy. He sees me. For a moment, our eyes meet. He nods, just a small, polite nod, then looks away. No anger, no pain, just indifference. And somehow, that's worse than anything else. I realize he's moved on completely. I'm just a chapter in his past, a mistake he learned from. I'm the villain in his story. The warning he'll tell future girlfriends about. I was engaged once. She cheated. Taught me to trust my gut. I leave the coffee shop and walk for hours. By the time I get home, I've accepted it. Some things can't be fixed. Some mistakes are permanent. And sometimes you have to live with being the bad guy in someone else's story. 1 year later, I'm standing on a different rooftop. My friend Emma's wedding. The bride and groom exchange vows. I promise to love you in sickness and health, to honor you, to cherish you for all my days. I feel a pang in my chest. That was supposed to be me and Daniel, but it's not, and it never will be. You okay? Jess appears beside me. Yeah, I say, I'm okay. And I am, not happy, not healed, but okay. My mother and I have dinner once a week now. She still brings it up sometimes. Remember what you put it through, but less often. My father told me last month he's proud of me. You've handled this with grace, he said. It's not about the mistake. It's about what you do after. I got promoted at work. Started seeing Dr. Patel weekly. I'm dating casually, but nothing serious. Last week, I heard Daniel got engaged to Claire. I felt sad, but not destroyed. I hope he's happy. I really do. You've come a long way. Jess says, handing me champagne. I guess I have. Any regrets? I think about it every day, but regret doesn't change anything. It just is. That's very zen of you. I laugh. I'm trying. Later, I stand at the edge of the rooftop, looking out at the city lights. I'll always carry what I did. It'll always be part of me. This thing I can't undo, can't take back, but it doesn't have to be all of me. I made a terrible mistake. I hurt people I loved. I destroyed something beautiful, and I have to live with that. Not for redemption, I don't deserve that, but for myself, because that's all I can do now. Just keep moving forward, one day at a time, carrying the weight of what I've done, hoping that someday it won't feel so heavy. The bride and groom kiss. Everyone cheers. I raise my glass with everyone else. And for the first time in a year, I don't feel like I'm drowning. I'm just treading water, and maybe eventually that'll be enough.